Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reading A Plump and Perky Turkey by Teresa Bateman. She's the author, which means she wrote the words. Illustrated by Jeff Shelley. He drew the pictures. This is the front cover. This is the back cover. This is the spine. And the title, A Plump and Perky Turkey, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words in it. Title page. Another title page. Look, he's running down the page. The people in Squawk Valley were downhearted and depressed. Thanksgiving was approaching, but without its special guest. They couldn't find a turkey for the feast they'd planned to eat. It looked like they'd be making do with bowls of shredded wheat. Oh, so they don't have a turkey, so they'll be eating shredded wheat instead for Thanksgiving. They're all looking in the newspapers trying to find turkeys. It says, Squawk Valley Press, turkey's gone. He's shredded wheat. A plump and perky turkey's what we need, they all agreed. But finding turkeys nowadays is very hard indeed. The birds have gotten smarter, and they all seem quite aware that it's best to disappear when autumn leaves are in the air. Why do you think the turkeys would disappear if it starts to become fall? Thanksgivings are on fall, right? And they're what people eat during Thanksgiving. A plump and perky turkey, stomachs rumbled at the thought. But how to trick a turkey into jumping in the pot? Look at all the turkeys. They're getting into hot air balloons and flying away. Then Ebenezer Beezer had a thought pop in his head. If we can't find a turkey, let's have one find us instead. We could hold an arts and crafts fair, he declared with a wink and a grin. A fair with one grand turkey prize that all of us could win. And since our goal is turkey, that's the theme we'll take to heart. We'll fill our fair with folks and fun and tons of turkey art. We'll make turkeys out of spuds, which are potatoes, and out of clay and out of rope. We'll make turkeys out of oatmeal, out of paper, out of soap. Look at all these turkeys. We have potatoes, clay, oatmeal, soap. We'll hang a bunch of posters in the forest way down low to invite some turkey candidates to model for our show. Why, even turkeys understand, as everybody knows, you can't make turkey art without a turkey there to pose. So they need a turkey to come and be their model. All the turkey posters, model wanted. The people in Squawk Valley held a poster jamboree. They plastered their creations onto every single tree. Wow. Now it happened in Squawk Valley lived a turkey known as Pete. He was cocky, he was clever, and he really liked to eat. While he shredded through the forest, plump and perky through the pines, he was startled and intrigued by all those interesting signs. With a proud and a jaunty gobble, he gave out a hearty cry, "A plump and perky turkey? Well, I'm sure I qualify." Look at that. Model wanted, a plump and perky turkey, Squawk Valley Art Show. Pete applied for the position and he shredded plump and proud. He could hardly wait to model for the large and eager crowd. "You're hired," shouted Beezer, for the folks had all agreed that Pete the Perky Turkey was the answer to their need. Look at them. She looks yummy. The chef looks happy. Do they really need him to model for their show? What do they really want the turkey for? Thanksgiving dinner, right? 'Twas the week before Thanksgiving when Pete posed to do his part, and the artsy, craftsy townsfolk started making turkey art. There he is modeling in the chair, and they all have their different materials to make turkey art. They made turkeys out of spuds and out of clay and out of rope. They made turkey out of oatmeal, out of paper, out of soap. Look at their turkeys. Seem a bit distracted. What do you think they're thinking about? Probably eating Pete, right? Thanksgiving Day, the artwork done, they asked the model down to judge their homemade turkeys and to pick the best in town. Now, when the judging's over, Beezer whispered with a smile, we'll tuck that model turkey in the oven for a while. So they want to eat Pete. Look at that. He's imagining the beautiful Thanksgiving feast they'll have. Pete judged each piece of artwork. As the hungry crowd all cheered, he stopped to take a closer look, and then he disappeared. Ooh, look at them. They have their ribbons. First, second, third. There's Pete right there. He disappeared. Let's see. There were turkeys made of spuds. There were turkeys made of rope. There were turkeys made of paper. There were turkeys made of soap. The room was full of turkeys in a wall-to-wall collage. For a clever bird like Pete, it was a perfect camouflage. So a collage is a mix of a bunch of different things. And so if there's a bunch of turkeys lying around, it says it was a perfect camouflage for Pete. A camouflage is when you blend in with your surroundings to stay safe. Look at that. Can you see him in here anywhere? He's over here, old Beezer said. He's here, said Jacob Green. They searched amongst the turkeys, but their bird had fled the scene. Look at Pete, he's leaving. A note in turkey scrawl they found, half hidden on the lawn. Goodbye, I took my modeling fee. The oatmeal bird was gone. So he took the oatmeal bird with him as his pay for modeling for them. The people in Squawk Valley were left feeling rather blue. The only turkey left in town appeared too hard to chew. Oh well, said Beezer brightly, as they gathered round to eat. Right now, at least I'm thankful that we still have shredded wheat. Oh man, they're eating shredded wheat instead of turkey. She didn't look very happy. Look at that. That day, folks learned a lesson that stuck firm with them forever. A plump and perky turkey can be pretty doggone clever. There's Pete eating his oatmeal bird. We have all the turkeys. Once they've gone to the beach, away from the fall, maybe somewhere really summery. I don't know. Look at that. They're having the time of their life, not being eaten for Thanksgiving. All right, and then we have turkeys. All right, I hope you enjoyed this story. If you did, do not forget to check out the other Thanksgiving books on my channel. Thanks so much for watching, and happy Thanksgiving!